everybody, I'm back! Welcome back to the new and improved Andrew Rants, the video series where I stand upon my metaphorical soapbox pedestal of the world, and I bitch and complain about things that annoy me, bother me, and just plain piss me square the hell off. And guess what I'm talking about for the inaugural I'm Back episode? Oh, am I back talking about YouTube? No. My job loss? No. It still hurts, but no. I'm here to talk about Lightyear. Now, Lightyears are great tires, aren't they? I mean, they really get you. Oh, no, sorry, those are Goodyear. That's a freaking blimp that's at the goddamn sports games. Goodyear blimp. No, Lightyear is the latest film from Pixar. This abomination onto a franchise. Now, first off, I am not here to talk about the controversy that has spewed from this horrific film. Okay? Not here to talk about that. I am not here to talk about the controversy. You want to know what it is? It's basically this. It's been banned in a couple countries because two of the characters are a same-sex couple that get married, have a kid, and they kiss. There you go. That's the entire gist of it. And if they think that's bad, they should check out the next movie coming out called Elemental. That's really going to piss them off. No, this is the movie that I did a rant on last year. I ranted about the trailer. It was a video one that I actually did, not in the format that I'm here now, but a video rant where I said that I was not a fan of the movie. You don't have Tim Allen. My thumbnail was To Infinity and Kiss My Ass. And guess what? This movie decided to basically call my bluff. Well, I'm bent over. Pucker up, Buttercup, because this movie fucking sucks. $200 million budget and brought in 85.6 on its opening weekend. You want to know? By the way, I'm spoiling this movie. I am saving you the aggravation of this. I'm spoiling this bitch. Okay? I'm spoiling it for you. So you got Chris Evans as the titular Buzz Lightyear. No. Where's Tim fucking Allen? No, Tim Allen can't do Buzz Lightyear no more, apparently. They want this to be an origin story for Buzz. Who fucking cares? My concept of this is simple. If you have a movie based on a character from another fucking movie that has a voice because it's a toy, you are a toy! You have a toy from another movie called Toy Story, that franchise, and that character has buttons on their chest plate that make sounds because there's a voice chip inside. And it's based off of the character that this toy is based from. Yeah, okay. So, here we go. When you have a toy that this character is based, this character inspired the toy, okay? Why can't you have the voice on the toy? You want to know a prime example is, let's look at the real Buzz Lightyear figure, shall we? I actually had one that I got at a yard sale. I sold it years ago, but I actually had one that I got from a yard sale. I never actually was able to get one when they first came out. That joke in Toy Story 2 was not a joke. That was actually true. And what's that joke? Remember the whole aisle of Buzz Lightyear toys? And yeah, Barbie doing her little tour guide thing, where she's like, due to oversight on the side of production companies that they did not make enough toys to meet demand. They weren't fucking lying about that. They didn't make enough toys to meet the goddamn demand. They didn't even make near enough to meet the damn demand. Wanna know how I know this? You know how many people I saw when I was a kid trying to go around and get their hands on a goddamn Buzz Lightyear figure? Any Buzz Lightyear figure? Yeah, it was a lot. Nowadays, look them up on eBay. They're going cheap. No, seriously, you know what? Let's do this quick. Hold on. Buzz Lightyear. Let me go to eBay. Let's type in EBAY and the .com, because it's a .com. And let's look up Buzz Lightyear, shall we? Buzz, Ligcyear. All right, now let's see what we got here. And we got Buzz Lightyear figures. Hey, look at this. There's a remote control one in box that they've been selling for a couple years. I know Five Below had a few of them. from Toy Story 4. It's going for about 25 bucks. Hey, look at this. There's a Lightyear figure from the new movie going for about $30. A 12-inch figure. Huh. You know, if the movie wouldn't have sucked, I might have been interested in buying that. You know, for my past self. You have a 12-inch talking Buzz Lightyear from Toy Story going for $20.50 on auction right now. The one with the Space Box Interactive going for 60 bucks. 70, one for $80, the original Thinkway one. There's a whole bunch of other ones on here. They're going for decent chunks of cheese. But I remember when I was a kid and you couldn't get your hands on one of these. You were hoping and praying and hoping and praying that they would be in stock. And then they never were. Or you just, you know, sucked it up. Like the one that they actually have pictured here. I actually had this one. I actually got this one at a Walmart when I was a kid. It's the Buzz Lightyear Thinkway from 1995. It is the action figure one. And this is the one that I actually had. I remember having this. Now, Andrew, how do you know it's the same one? Because it's got the big one rocket. It's the only one that actually had moving arms, somewhat. And I remember it. Because you could just take the rocket off and it would still be a Buzz Lightyear figure. You just have to deal with the karate chop action, but you could easily avoid that. But yeah, I remember having a Buzz Lightyear. It's a little 5-inch figure, but I had a Buzz Lightyear. I had a freaking Buzz Lightyear. I loved my Buzz Lightyear figure. It was a small Buzz Lightyear figure. It wasn't anything impressive or anything. But yeah, now you got figures all over the place. So that joke from Toy Story 2 was not a joke. They were being serious. Because they screwed themselves over. But now you have this new Buzz Lightyear figure from the new Toy Story movie. Or sorry, not the new Toy Story movie. From this new movie called Lightyear. Space Ranger Alpha Buzz Lightyear. It's a Mattel figure. Honestly, doesn't look bad. Not gonna lie. Doesn't look bad. Would I buy it? Well, no, not right now anymore. I lost my job, so money is being pinched very, very tightly. But yeah, if I had the money and I had an income, yeah, I would probably buy it just for the fact that I'd say that I own a decent Buzz Lightyear figure. Whether or not I'm gonna say it's from this movie, no, I'm not gonna be that stupid. But I want to go, yeah, I own a Buzz Lightyear figure. But you have the Buzz Lightyear. You have the freaking toy that has the voice action from the movie. So, by that logic... Oh, they even have a 5-inch figure. Oh, screw that. They got a 5-inch... Oh, look at the 5-inch figure. Looks good. Wow. 5-inch figure looks good. Doesn't have its wings, though. Damn it. What's Buzz Lightyear without his wings? That still looks pretty good, though, but yeah. Either way, though, I mean, that's the whole thing. Okay? That is the literal gist of this. You have these toys. You can't even make. Okay? You can't even make the character sound like the toy because you want to make it an origin story, but yet it's an origin story in the weirdest possible way. But anyway, the film fucking sucks. Controversy aside, there's a plot hole in this that I could easily solve in 30 seconds. You want to know what it's called? One word. Probe! Buzz Lightyear. I'm gonna read the plot. I'm gonna read the plot to you all, okay? A framing device explains that the film was a favorite of young Andy Davis, and that the Buzz Lightyear toy he received in 1995 was based on it. It doesn't have the voice. And if it's based on this, why doesn't it have the voice of the actor? Granted, it's not uncommon. You might have an actor that's like, hey, look, I'm not comfortable sitting in a booth and voicing lines for a toy. That's when you show them how much royalties they will get for every single one sold in stores. Because it's usually pretty high, because once the initial run dies down, they start decreasing, and you're at least getting something extra for that, because it's usually in your fucking contract! Anyway, Buzz Lightyear, a space ranger in Star Command, and his commanding officer and best friend, Alicia Hawthorne, explore the habitable planet of Kitani Prime, or Tikani, whatever. Optimus Prime's cousin's planet, basically. with their new recruit, Feathering Hamston. Somebody, I remember in 7th grade, I wrote a story, and my teacher yelled at me because I had stupid names for the characters. She outright yelled at me in front of the class. And told me I need to take that back to formula and stop giving them stupid names. Did any of the writers ever take a course in Grammar and Writing 101? No, I didn't think so. As they are forced to retreat to their exploration vehicle after discovering that the planet hosts hostile life forms in the form of vines, Buzz damages the vessel during the retreat, forcing the crew to evacuate in order to conduct repairs and continue their journey. 1 year later, the crew have constructed a nascent colony, along with the necessary infrastructure to conduct repairs. Buzz volunteers to test hyperspace fuel, a key component of the repairs. However, after a 4-minute test, he finds that 4 years have passed due to the effects of time dilation from having traveled at relativistic speeds. Relativistic speeds. When you're trying to throw out science fiction terms and you don't know what science fiction is, you are a moron! Buzz is introduced to Sox, this freaking robotic cat that's supposed to be his caring companion because he's fucked up and Star Command wants to make sure he's not gonna David Carradine himself in his, basically his little bungalow. By the way, they want to make sure he's not gonna hang himself. I wanted to say it nicer, but that's about the best way of putting it. They wanted to make sure he wasn't going to pull David Carradine. Yeah. He continues testing the hyperspace fuel with every test. 4 more years pass. Stop fucking testing the fuel if you're losing fucking years! I'm going to test it again 4 years later. Let me test it again 4 years later. Let me test it again. I'm going to get this fucking shit right, damn it! Define insanity. Trying to doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting different results. Eventually, over 62 years have passed. During this time, the colony develops, while Aisha raises a family with her wife, Kiko, subsequently dying of old age. During these 62 years, Sox improves the fuel's composition so that it can be used to obtain faster than light speeds. So, wait. Let me get this straight here. You have been trying this hyperspace fuel that is supposed to allow you to move at a higher dimension of speed, parallel universes faster than light travel, and you can't even get hyper fucking space! Your little robot cat changes the goddamn fuel composition so that you can obtain faster than light speeds. You're trying hyperspace fuel, you keep pissing years away of your life, fucking with the space-time continuum, bending it over, shoving the screwdriver right up its poop chute, and you're not even getting FTL? Who wrote this garbage? As a nerd and as a science fiction lover, I demand satisfaction. I demand to know who wrote this. I demand to know who wrote this garbage. Buzz uses the new fuel composition for his successful hyperspace test against the orders of his new commanding officer, Commander Burnside. You had how many unsuccessful fucking tests? And it never dawns on any of you to change the composition of the fuel. Better yet, just let the fucking robot cat do it. The robot cat seems to be the smartest person on this fucking planet. Let the robot cat do it. Problem solved. Better yet, let me solve this entire problem. Because you want to know how they got onto this goddamn planet? They detected a life sign. They weren't even headed there. They detected a life sign. So Buzz decides to spin the entire ship over that way. I'm going to take the whole ship over there and see what this is. One word. One word can save this entire movie and all the bullshit we went through. P-R-O-B-E. 5 fucking letters. Probe. Send out a probe. Send out a fucking probe. Just stay in the fucking part of space you're in. Shoot a probe over there. Have it relay back what the hell's on the planet. If you see hostiles, get the fuck out of there and keep going. Don't even go near the planet. Probe! P-R-O-B-E, probe! How can you people call this a science fiction movie and you don't even have probes? Even the aliens that probe people up their ass had probes! They have probes in Futurama, for God's sake! How do you not have probes? After this test, Buzz finds that 22 years have passed, during which Kitani Prime has been invaded by a force of robots led by the mysterious Emperor Zurg. Upon landing, Buzz meets up with members of the colony's defense forces, including Izzy Hawthorne, Aisha's now adult granddaughter, Mo Morrison, a fresh native recruit, and Darby Steele, an elderly paroled convict. So you have a legacy, a newbie, and a fuck-up. Got it. While initially reluctant to work with them, Buzz eventually warms to them. Together they plan to attack Zurg's ship and destroy the invading force. I am from Star Command. My mission is to stop the evil Emperor Zurg. Following an encounter, Zurg abducts Buzz, bringing him aboard his ship where he reveals that he is an older Buzz from an alternate timeline. So we're just gonna bitch slap the space-time continuum, huh? Okay, we're just gonna bitch slap it hard. Got it. Bitch slap the time stream! He escaped Burnside's forces after the successful hyperspace test. Aided by the effects of a time dilation, he traveled to the far future, encountering a technologically advanced and abandoned vessel. He had assumed Emperor Zurg's identity by wearing his signature mech suit and traveled to the now present to get the hyperspace fuel from Buzz in order to travel further back in time to prevent the exploration vessel from landing on Kitani Prime in the first fucking place. Because he fucked up and went there in the first place instead of sending out a probe. P-R-O-B-E, 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 P-R-O-B-E. Probe, 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 probe. I want to see a probe. Show me a probe. Send a probe. Give me a probe. Would you shove them all up your own asses? Give me a fucking probe. God. However, President Buzz refuses due to the implications of the possible temporal paradox. You're now concerned about a temporal paradox. You're fucking with an alternate reality of yourself. You have basically pissed away 62 fucking years of your life, and you haven't aged a fucking day, and now you're worried about temporal paradoxes. We're way past the temporal paradox at this point. You do realize that because of the events of this movie, because of your older self coming back to the present to try to take the fuel, he's already caused an alternate reality. He's already created a paradox. Do you not know how time travel works? Was this made by Bethesda? Did Bethesda have a hand in this? They're the only people I know that can fuck something up like this. It doesn't work like that. So apparently, He worries about the temporal paradox that would result from such an action, because it would wipe out the current timeline and everyone in it, including Hawthorne's granddaughter and the other people involved. Angered, though, by this, Zurg attacks Buzz. He's he's an alternate version of you. Just explain the issue and say, look, you could have easily said it this way. Look, here's the deal. I come from an alternate universe, an alternate timeline. Me being here is not going to affect this fucking timeline in the least. Sorry, so we're not going to send a probe to this planet. Okay, so we're going to have this movie play out. You can easily have Zurg be like, look, I am you from an alternate universe, an alternate timeline. Okay? Whatever I do to this timeline is not going to affect you. If I go back to when this whole shit started, it's not going to affect you. Because you're in an alternate reality now. You're in an alternate timeline. You're a branch on the fucking time stream. Here's the branch. You see the branch, the main timeline, the branch where they went straight on? Hey, guess what? If he goes back to that point, stops them from taking that detour, they're still going to go on, and that timeline's still going to exist regardless. This movie fucks time travel so hard in the ass it isn't funny. Meanwhile, while all this bullshit's going on, Izzy, Mo, Darby, and Sox the fucking robot cat, board Zurg's ship to assist Buzz. Why? After a chaotic assault on the ship, Buzz and his comrades in arms destroy the ship and escape. However, Zurg decides, I'm gonna be a badass and just whoop your ass right the hell now. Listen to your fucking elder, especially when he's you. Having survived the ship's destruction, arrives and attacks Buzz, grabbing the hyperspace fuel. And as Zurg prepares to destroy Buzz, he decides to I actually saw the clip for this, by the way. He puts on the freaking, this is what pissed me off. The wings are a freaking escape pack from his ship. He puts on the escape pack, goes up, extends the wings, grabs his laser and goes, not today, Zurg, and blasts the freaking fuel. It supposedly kills him, but with the fuel gone, Buzz wishes to stay on Katani Prime. Upon landing, Buzz is arrested by Commander Burnside, who relents, allowing Buzz to revive the Space Ranger Corps. Buzz selects Izzy, Mo, Darby, and Sox to form the core of this organization. Much to Burnside's surprise, Buzz and his team are sent off on a new adventure to parts unknown. In a post-credit scene, though, Zurg survived. And there better not be a fucking sequel to this. This movie fucking sucks. Controversy aside, I'm gonna say this right here, right now. This is fucking stupid. And it's even worse, okay? When the director of this movie goes, Tim's version of Buzz Lightyear is a little goofier and a little dumber. No, that's fucking Toy Story 4 Buzz. You want to talk about Toy Story 2 and 3 Buzz. That's the one that was intelligent. Toy Story 4 beamed him over the head with something. They hit him upside. They gave him some bad shrooms in Bonnie's room. One of those toys slipped him a Mickey. That's why he was acting stupid in that. One of those then slipped him a fucking Mickey. That's what it was. They slipped him a Mickey. They slipped him a fucking Mickey. I'm saying, they slipped him a Mickey. Apparently, Evans was the first and only choice that McLean had for Buzz. Why? No, nobody else can play Buzz. Nobody else can. What if Chris Evans wanted to get out of acting and decided after Captain America's role in Avengers was done, after his contract with Disney was up and he was going to be raking in the royalties yet for a while, what if he decided, nah, fuck this, I'm going to retire. I want to do something else with my life. Then how fucked would you have been? I have no respect for this movie anymore. None. You have taken a beloved character from Toy Story, given him an origin story, not even a decent origin story at that, and just bitch slapped it square to hell. You have ruined Buzz Lightyear for generations. I will remember Buzz Lightyear as the space toy from Toy Story. The one in Toy Story 2 that was willing to risk his own life to save his best friend. The one in Toy Story 3 that, even though he was turned evil by Lotso, was still caring and compassionate enough to know that his friends meant the world to him. That he was willing to protect them. Okay? That's the Buzz that I'm going to remember. I'm going to remember even the Toy Story 1 Buzz, where he had to come to the realization that he's a toy and not an actual space ranger. I will respect those 3 versions of Buzz. Toy Story 4 Buzz was slipped to Mickey. Somebody gave him some bad shrooms in Bonnie's room. I swear that. Somebody gave him some bad shrooms. Maybe that Robot Chicken episode wasn't too far off. Maybe Andy did use him as a bong. Oh, God. That might explain. Man, maybe Andy used him as a bong. That explains a hell of a lot. Andy used him as a bong, and that's what fucked him up inside. That's what fucked him up inside, right? Right? That's what it was. That's what fucked him up inside. That is what fucked him up inside, isn't it? Andy used him as a bong. Andy used him as a bong. Oh my God. Oh my God. That's it. That's what it was. That's what it was. Ah, ha, 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 ha. That's what it was. Andy used him as a bong. Right? That's it. Andy used him as a bong. That explains a lot. That explains a whole hell of a lot. Because Andy used him as a bong, and he got fucked up in the head. That's it. This movie sucks. I want to say this is a rare miss for Pixar. Their last movie, Turning Red, was a massive failure. This one is another failure. Take my advice, Pixar. Please, for the love of God, take my advice. Pull your heads out of your ass! Pull them out of your arse! And finally do something better. I have no high hopes for Elemental because I kind of think the writing for that one's already done. Maybe you can do some post shit and fix it up a little bit. I don't know. But as far as this is a failure. This movie's a failure. Lightyear's a fucking failure. You have taken what could have been a good movie and you pissed upon its grave. You killed it before you even had a chance. I am hurt by this. I am disgusted by this. I'm not bothered by the controversy. I have no issue with that at all. No, my issue's with the plot, which can be solved with one word: probe! Send it a fucking probe, and you don't even have to worry about this goddamn movie. Better yet, if you want to have the whole part of the movie, like, look, Space Rangers, you want to screw the time stream, it's fine, but then just have Zurg not be this evil Buzz. Say, like, look, I defeated Zurg. I defeated what was called Emperor Zurg, and I want to take this fuel to go back and warn the past me about him. Because you could have spun this so damn differently. Instead of making alternate Buzz an evil asshole, you could have spun this so differently. You could have had Zurg be one of the robots, and older Buzz in the Zurg suit be like, look, I was captured by Zurg after I defeated him. I barely defeated him, but in the end, I was still beaten down so badly that the robots threw me into a Zurg suit to keep me alive. Basically, pull a Darth Vader thing here. Okay? Do that. And then just say that I want to use this fuel to go back in time to warn us about Zurg so we can be better prepared in the future. You're going back in time to prevent something worse from happening. Look, because we came here, we were never aware of Zurg. If we would have been aware of Zurg earlier, we would have been able to stop him earlier. It's like the Borg in Star Trek. The sooner you know about it, the sooner you can start preparing defenses for it. Remember Wolf 359? That was the wake-up call the Starfleet fucking didn't want to have, but they needed. We are not alone in the universe, and by God, we need to have some better weapons. 6 months later, when they attack Sector 001, oh, they're answering the call, baby. Dimensional torpedoes, fucking powerhouse phasers, massive ships. You impressed me, Starfleet. Why couldn't the Space Ranger Corps have the same sort of deal? Like, look, we need to be prepared for anything. What's going to happen? Oh, apparently this batch is going to come in our way. It's during Emperor Zurg. Then you could have had the whole plot be that Zurg survived the attack, slowly taking over Buzz's mind. And he ended up having to make the choice of either having his younger self go into the past to warn them, or he tries to regain what little bit of composure he has and head back and tell them. Either way, you could have it be that then Zurg takes over and is a threat to the entire universe. I could write a better fucking story in 5 fucking minutes for this thing than this movie had. Give me 5 minutes, I'll write a better story, and you can just pay me for it. God! You could have had the origin story. You could have had most of this movie could have stayed the freaking same. You could have been Buzz Lightyear's the alternate Buzz Lightyear. This is my story. Give me 5 minutes. I'm going to give you a better plot for this movie. Ready? Here we go. They crash land on Takani Prime. That was the name of this piece of shit, right? Yeah, Takani Prime. So they crash land on this planet. Everything sort of plays out the same. Buzz is kicking himself because it's his fault. But then they eventually tell him, no, look, it's fine. We're out here to explore new places. They end up finding out that maybe it was a good idea that they came here instead. They're able to make a home here. They're able to find, shelter here. They're able to make this place their own. And Buzz is so adamant, no, I've got to save everybody. I've got to find a way to stop this. And then just like that, boom. You find out that they're not alone in the universe. One of Buzz's test flights with the hyperspace fuel sends him careening 100 and some thousand years into the future or something. Or 200 years into the future. And then he finds out, oh my God. There's an entire, the Space Ranger Corps still there. But guess what? They're invaded. They're attacked by the evil Emperor Zurg. Because Buzz is still young, he leads the charge to try to stop Zurg. But he just barely succeeds. And then an Anakin Skywalker-esque tale is turned to the dark side slightly by being trapped inside of the Zurg suit by Zurg's own robots. Parts of Buzz are still alive, and he has dominant control most of the time. His plan is simple. Go back in time to prevent Zurg's evil from happening, to forewarn the Space Rangers so that they can be better prepared. But unfortunately, because he's dabbling with time travel, he goes to an alternate version. Where then we find out that it isn't actually Buzz Lightyear's plan, but Zurg's plan in order to wipe out the Space Ranger Corps so he has complete control over the galaxy. He wants to control them and turn the Space Ranger Corps into Zurg's personal fleet or something. And then use that. Then what ends up happening is that Buzz Lightyear, the present Buzz, has to make a choice. Do I allow you to go back in time and believe you, or are you evil? And he turns out to be evil. So then he has to try to stop his evil self from going into the past. He's trapped inside the hyperspace loop with the realization that I can either go back and warn everybody, and thus ending the entire time stream, or I can go back and stop him from going, and we just be better prepared ourselves. And you go that route. He makes a tough decision, sends a note back just in case to cover his bases, comes back into the present, and starts beating the shit out of Zurg. Sends Zurg into the future, back where he came. Knowing that eventually he might find a way to come back. He might be able to return. But until then, they're going to be ready. They're going to be training. They're going to be preparing to take on whatever Zurg can bring them. And that's how you do this fucking movie. And I did it in 3 minutes and 12 seconds. I wrote a better plot. I said a better plot in 3 minutes and 12 seconds than this movie did in 1 hour and 5 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, I should work for Pixar. Pixar, you want to hire me? I'm right here. You want to make a sequel to this, bitch? Well, it's too late now. You've already ruined this franchise. But hey, I wrote a better story in under 3 minutes. Sorry. I came up with a better story in under 5. I came up with a better story in under 5 fucking minutes. I rest my case. But let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Did you enjoy Lightyear? Did you think it was good, or were you less than impressed? Let me know in the comment section below, and yes, I'm back. Thank you all for tuning in for the first of the new episodes of Andrew Rants. Till next time, bye.